It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up the play. That how many times do we see his highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Raiders first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. He's got a man left. And they bring him down around the 34.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Touchdown! Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Looking right, and he finds him. Jukes one defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Henry on the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Carr here from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. It looked to me like that was actually his primary read on the play partner, but it's picked off before the ball could get there.
Yeah, definitely some advanced scouting by this defense. They know that that running back can be dangerous as a pass receiver as well, like so many in the league today. This defense was ready. Offense wanted to create that matchup, but the defense, they were prepared, and they took it away.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back. And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another carry for him. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 yards on the pickup. That leaves him with third down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Carr with it on third and short. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They bring their tight end left. Carr throwing on third. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that brings up fourth and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Carr off the play fake. He rolls to his right. He connects downfield on 4. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Connects on the crosser. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. 2nd and 13. Complete out to the right. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to SoFi right after this. Excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Pressure coming for Carr. Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Carr back to throw. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. And we get to see the new kickoff rules come into play right away here in Week 1, Brock. Since it hit in the landing zone and then bounced into the end zone, the touchback only comes out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. Buys time, rolling right. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They give it to him again. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That's up and through for the point after. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Pistol snap to Carr. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They go play action with Carr. Finds his man over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Carr with it on 1st. Buying some time right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 47. Hits his running back. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Back now, pressure on its way. Flush out now to his left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Throw reeled in by Allen. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Working inside the red zone. It's an LA touchdown. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They're going on 1st down. It's Carr. Throw left side, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Carr here from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Carr with it on 3rd and short. Dumped off to his running back. Gets it to the 15. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
He's on the... and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Raiders earn the chance to tie before halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie this game at 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's out, but that takes them to the start of the red zone. They're going to have it at the 20.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From 37 yards in the right hash. The 12-year vet strikes true. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Cut out left. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Escapes the pocket. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a first. And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
3rd and long for him here. Dump off caught by his back. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Chargers grow the lead coming out at halftime. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Carr. Called in left side. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well...